So we've certainly come a long way since Aime Leon Dore has been a darling of the hipster Greenpoint Brooklyn set, to a point now where they're seeing some very big, very large commercial success for a brand that was pretty unknown maybe 5-6 years ago. And then naturally, when any band, brand, or artist gets too big, those same hipsters then swear it off as a sellout, and which I don't really, understand, I guess to a point, but weird. Anyway, ALD has collaborated with New Balance now multiple times. They're pretty much the reason why the average sneaker person or IG user is looking for a pair of New Balance 550s at the moment, and they have yet again dropped another seriously dope release, this time with the made in UK New Balance 991, and it's just getting out of hand. How dope these sneakers are. I mean, come on. Before we get into it though, let's first take a closer look. Alright guys, welcome back, and now you've seen a closer look of these bad boys right here. My name is Steve. Thank you for joining us, and it's good to be back. I've been gone for a while, but I've got a bunch of dope sneakers and some other dope content coming up for you guys, so consider joining the fam, hitting that like and subscribe, and the bell so you're notified of when the next dope sneaker and golf related shoes, content, whatever drops. So we're doing that here. And also, shout out to the Futures on Mars for sending me this hoodie for free. Let's get into these New Balance 991s right here. So the 991s need no introduction, right? Iconic sneaker silhouette, iconic New Balance sneaker, although it's hilarious to me that, maybe 4, 5, 6 years ago, who knows how long now, time just doesn't seem like a linear thing anymore for me, but at one point in the recent past, you are getting absolutely flamed in the comments for rocking these shoes. Like, these are quintessential grandpa dad shoes. Like, before New Balance really took off in the last 2-3 years, 991s and these the maiden versions of these super high quality runners were really for the true aficionados of New Balance. Like, there's always been guys and gals that have been all over New Balance sneakers for a long time, but it was only them. The rest of sneaker culture was just kind of like Jordans, Ultra Boost, Yeezys, but now here we are, and these things are getting mad hype, thanks in part to Ronnie Fieg at Kith, and also Aime Leon Dore and Teddy Santis. So this collaboration in particular, like, you really wouldn't know this is a special collaboration immediately. You really have to look for it. And I think if you have a discerning eye, you're going to see immediately that this colorway is just very tastefully done. And it's just not something, for whatever reason, you see a GR release from most sneaker brands do, right? It's just, there's an elevated sense of style with this colorway. Maybe it's just the different off-white that, they probably just went with a solid white. Maybe it's this olivey, almost military green that they have going on here, that they might have just done a more standard Kelly green. Whatever the case, these shades just are elevated in a way. And it's the same way with the 550s. The ALD 550s versus regular 550s, when you hold them side by side, they look very similar at first glance, but then when you get to the details and you look at the shades, it just gets elevated. It gets nicer, and that's what's happening here. Now, this is part of the Made in UK line. There's also the Made in USA line, and when you see that with New Balance, it's two things. You're going to spend more money, of course, but you're also going to get a phenomenal sneaker. The quality on these things is always top notch. They always fit amazing. They always feel amazing, and they're almost too nice that I don't even want to wear them half the time because they're just so good. I mean, there's a whole lineage of beautiful made-in sneakers from New Balance that you could get into. You could really deep dive and get nerdy about it. It never ceases to please me whenever I get a made-in USA, UK, wherever. They're always super dope. This one is no exception, especially with this imprint of ALD DNA on the sneaker. Just the colors, like I said, elevated to a different level. You got really nice suede here on this grayish tone. Beautiful. You've got this really nice New Balance N with that olivey military style green, I guess. A little bit more suede here with that green. Beautiful netting on this off-white here on the toe box. Nice thicker knit lace here. The green again on the top of the tongue here. Just everything looks so good. I could do with some better embroidery. The embroidery is fine. It's just not as tight as I would like it to be. And then along the back here, you have the 991 on the right foot, and on the left foot, you have the ALD as well. But that's really the only ALD branding that you get on this shoe. and that's why I think it's such a subdued collab and why it's probably gonna fly under the radar a lot. But to me, that's brilliant. I love it because when you know, and if someone notices, then that someone is probably cool and you should talk to them and be friends, right? The only other ALD branding that I see so far is on the insole here, that classic Aime Leon Dore kind of tag. You get this on a lot of their clothing as well. It's just got a very elevated, nicer look and feel to it, and that's kind of the sense of what you get with most ALD clothing. The things that I've bought, the pieces I have, I've not been disappointed in terms of the quality and the feel. Obviously, everything could be cheaper, but you know, I think you're getting a decent bang for your buck when you're buying things, especially if you're picking and choosing the right pieces. There's a really nice, soft cotton lining here around the heel cup. It feels great. That's also on the back of the tongue as well, where you see the Made in England as well there. Tag that's stitched over. Looks great. And of course, very soft insole as well. It's very smooth. It's very nice. Like I said, the shoe always just feels, these maiden versions always just feel too nice to rock. I just feel bad, like I'm just gonna ruin them immediately, but I know that's not the case. Super comfortable midsole as well you got here with the Absorb technology. I mean, this was a top of the line running sneaker, and it still is. It's not like it got worse over time. It's still very capable, very comfortable. You're gonna be doing your all day, every days in these, and your feet are gonna probably feel fantastic. I mean, that's really what New Balance is for, which is why it's so popular with all the older people, right? Because they're just darn comfortable shoes. Now, if you missed out on this release or this colorway is just not doing it for you, there are going to be tons of other colorways coming from New Balance and ALD, or just New Balance and Teddy Santis. It can be confusing which ones are official ALD collabs and which are just him acting as a creative director now for New Balance, because he has been hired to be the creative director over at New Balance. So aside from founding and running Aime Leon Dore, he is now helping make New Balance even better, I suppose. And they've had some really dope apparel and shoe releases since he has taken over. On his Instagram, you've seen tease shots of tons and tons of different colorways. So there's plenty that have already been released, and there are more to come. So if you missed out or this one's just not doing it for you, keep your eyes peeled, because there's going to be something more or less that's going to come up you're probably going to want to get your hands on. But let me know what you guys think about this one right here down in the comments below. And if you haven't already, please consider joining the fam. We talk sneakers here, and I'm definitely getting more golf apparel, golf stuff into the mix, because I've been golfing forever, and I've been watching golf get so much more and more popular with people. It's just about time I integrated more of that into the channel. We've done plenty of golf kicks before. I got a couple more coming up here, including a custom pairs, plural, you might want to keep your eye out for. And so yeah, hit that bell so you're notified of all the new dope sneaker, golf, awesome apparel content, because that's just what we do here. High quality stuff, all right? I appreciate each and every last one of you for stopping by. Hope you have a good day, good evening, good night, whenever you're watching this, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.